Good day, good love, good evening light, illuminators and way showers. Thank you. Thank you once again for being with me. It is in divine grace and gratitude that I thank you for an absolutely incredible last 24 hours. Thank you for being with me today and every day that you have been with me, whether it's been many or if this is your first. Thank you. I had an amazing event yesterday with the lovely and beloved star being Jacqueline Smith. And thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you, Bree. We had a wonderful time. I've been trying all day to make a video, and because it's just been an explosion of responses and comments and love and kind words and the ripple effect that has happened just in the last 24 hours, because of all of that, because of all of you, because of all of this, has been an extraordinary experience. It has been heartwarming, emotional, exciting, just breath giving, breathtaking. Wow, just absolutely epic, truly epic. In this age of Aquarius and this, I keep taking this deep breath. I was reminded of Jacqueline's her activation yesterday, and this idea of just this sky and deep breath, and I wanted to let everybody know that if you didn't have a chance to catch it, please do. And I've also created a playlist on my channel. If you're new to my channel, I have lots of playlists, including my own. Gosh, I lost track of how many videos. I don't know, maybe 800 or 900 my own videos, and then also all of the playlists that I've set up of other people's work, things that people that have helped me along my way, along my journey, that have inspired me, and I've saved and shared to share with all of you. And so I've created a playlist of all of Jacqueline's interviews, and so that and the video that she and I did, and I reposted that as well. We did a video together a short time ago, so I reposted that, and that's also in the playlist if any of you would like to check out some more of her work. And of course, please do check out her channel. She just had an amazing time. So, and all of you that were there, every single one of you that were there and a part of that event, has the ripple effect that's created with all of us has been extraordinary. And so there's going to be many more events coming up. Guillerme Bastos on Facebook is also, we're going to be planning lots of events together there as well. We'll probably be doing them in Zoom so we can have a lot more participants. Alex, I'm astounded at the connections that we all have together. Every single one of you that was there in the room watching, the ones that will watch, it's been an extraordinary explosion of action. And so all day long, I was feeling this great idea of explosive action, but it's like a calmer action where it's coming from this place of knowing and loving. And I'm watching the sunset. I've just seen the last the last bits of the sunset, and the new moon is just brilliant, rising right above me. Matter of fact, the sun was brilliant in the sky as the moon rose already, and that beautiful sliver moon, and so clear and bright. And actually, I think I even took a couple of photos of it, and just feeling this butterfly effect with all of us. And it was interesting that this morning, my little, oh, where's my cup again? My cup of inspiration. Divine water in a divine copper vessel. Mm. So on this January 22nd day of 2018, of course, the first thing I see is January 1, and then 22, we've got 11/11, and then the 2018 year equaling 11. So today was this new moon explosion of new beginnings, acting on our hearts and our impulses. And I had such a great day responding to everybody today, just about this whole day, and about this whole people really wanting to explore these light languages, and all that they have to share with all of us in the world. And the first thing I got this morning in my meditation, which I'll get to that a little bit too if I have the opportunity in this video, butterflies. So I hear this morning in my meditation, as I was remembering the butterflies that I get sometimes as I get excited about these events, and butterflies in your tummy are whispering to you that you are transforming, metamorphosizing, and leaving your cocoon. Relax into action. The butterfly relaxes, it waits for the perfect time, it knows when just the right time to emerge. It knows if it goes too soon, its wings won't be ready, and it won't be able to fly at all, or at least not to its capacity. And so in order to show its brilliant colors and fly and express itself the way a butterfly wants to express itself, it needs to relax into action. And then once it's time and it starts, the action begins, and the cocoon opening gets wider and wider, and then they're allowed to set themselves free. And so I was feeling this amazing sense of active action activations and higher learning, understanding our values more clearly, what our gifts and abilities, how we value ourselves, and how that reflects in our creation, and how it reflects in what we receive, and how we receive it, and how we allow ourselves to receive it. And I was reminded this morning too during my meditation, and actually this is a good time. I wanted to answer a question that Tierra Bear 10 had. Hi. And it was about and receiving this idea of, yes, I just received the act message as well. I'm tired of searching. It's time to act. I'm speaking my light languages more and more. I've been hesitant before, but now it's time. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you all for sharing that. And I would like to um, get more into the having the opportunity to answer more and more of your comments and questions if I'm able to, when I'm able to, as often as I can. Thank you, everyone. Um, I love this, and the joy that you all bring to me as I look at this, and I'm uh, and so today in and I was the colors too. Many of you have mentioned the colors in the room, so I wanted to um, address that too. That often we will see people's color auras, especially when we're speaking these light languages and hearing these light languages. That's part of what we're doing, is we're raising our frequency so that we are able to comprehend and actually see other frequencies of color, other vibe, the just like the dog whistle, you're able to hear sounds you couldn't hear before, hear information you couldn't hear before, and seeing colors and auras is one of those things that we will get better at, and we're starting to see each other's, literally our auras. And I met Bree when we first met. She's told me more than once that she's actually seen colors coming out of my mouth when I was doing light languages, and it was when she and I were together in the room together. And so it was pretty incredible. And so meditation, it comes right back to Tara Bear's question about meditating. And Lorraine too mentioned about the colors around me are amazing, and Jody. Um, and I wanted to mention too a couple of things. Sacred Geometry Music mentioned about seeing words backwards and forwards and numbers backwards and forwards. Absolutely. I've come across many of my fractal names, seeing a word and flipping it around, and then I'm propelled actually into that whole timeline of what I was and what I am in that timeline. And so, and then also some of the alien writings looking like Hebrew. And we have to remember too that these writings came long before Hebrew. They came long before Sanskrit. They came, you know, these are the beginnings of times. These are the beginnings of languages. Really goes back to, even if you want to call it mythology, if you will. There's truth in every myth, and so the same thing with the languages and the hieroglyphs and Egypt and the pyramids and so forth. And so today I was guided, as I was meditating, and in a lot of times when I just close my eyes and begin to breathe, I actually start to feel like symbols coming through. And so I'll just be guided to go grab my pen, and write down images, words, places, names, symbols, languages. And so these came to me today, and this is in purple. It's a little hard to see today, but so this came to me today in purple, and it was they were show. I mean, as soon as I drew the symbol, they said these are these are action activations. And then the next one that came was this one. And then I'm hearing this relax into action. And we're reminded to relax. Our little buddies here helping to relax us, and remind us that everything speaks, everything's energy. It just I just saw the 12:12. We talked yesterday about sign language and the alien language and how it connects with so many different levels. So Cindy Tikiala Kodasa. Hi, whispering teams too. And I wanted to comment too on Alex and him seeing that one symbol and feeling like so emotional that he went home. And that's how I feel. Many times I've become very emotional as I've written these symbols. I feel that I'm actually being united. I just opened the book to this one. As I'm being I feel as if I'm being spoken to, reunited. I'm revisiting, gosh, planets, ships, families. That this is information coming back and forth between me and perhaps my fractals. This is information coming through from all the different realms of every different type of frequency beings. Um, Sometimes they'll show me whether or not they're physical or non-physical. So it's very exciting as we receive this information and as we share it. More and more people are guided to want to share this information, and it's activating each other, and people are getting more excited about getting involved and alchemizing and bringing more together, and bringing the music together, the movements together. I've been guided very strongly, especially over the last year or so, or more actually, to really bring much more up like physical movement into the light languages, and more standing and more musical instruments, and of course, as Jacqueline mentioned, the singing bowls and the just anything that we can think of that comes to our mind is because we're hearing that is our highest excitement, and that's an idea worth acting on. Relaxing into action is about that. It's about hearing it in maybe in a meditation, and then saying, okay, all of a sudden you start to receive information about how many exciting ways you can to do to share that thing. And and some of my favorite meditation ways are, um, uh, since Tara Bear asked, lots and lots of different ways. I like to, my favorite is first thing in the morning, as absolutely as soon as I wake up, especially because I'm usually the first one up in the morning. I'm blessed to have a dog that gets up whenever he's ready. So sometimes it could be an hour or two I have completely to myself. Now, not everybody has that unless you're getting up, extraordinarily early. But I have found, even when I was working, as I've mentioned in other videos, that that actually was the catalyst to changing my life. Taking those, even an extra 15 minutes and just sitting there in the dark, in the quiet, and sitting there with a journal in my hand while you're still very much still tethered to those realms before you've taken too long to wake up. Um, so I would try, typically I would get up and, you know, get my coffee right away and sit in the dark and just sit, and and water. Water was very important. It's very important every day, especially first thing in the morning. If you can drink, at least a glass of water, very helpful. So and even in the middle of the night, I'm being reminded, if you wake up in the middle of the night from a dream, keep something, and people have said this many times, keep a journal next to your bed if you can. I don't do it too much in the middle of the night, but I have scribbled in the middle of the night, and actually even just one word. And when I've woken up in the morning and looked at that one word, it actually triggered the entire dream. I was able to actually remember it in its entirety. But it's the idea is to stay within that energy before you allow yourself to start thinking about anything else, about anyone else, about what you need to do for anyone else, about the day, and if you do go there, say, okay, I can think about that in a little while. For now, this is my time, and I don't want to lose this energy, and just let it go. And just giving yourself permission to think about it later is all that you need to do. And it puts you in this mindset, and it also then allows you to ask your guides when you start, as soon as you start thinking about other things that you need to do, for your day or for other people. That's what you put on your universe list. I want the universe to help me with that thing today that I need to get done, and I know I can think about that later, and in a flash of a second you can put it on the universe's list and know that if it's something that absolutely has to get done today, it will get done. It will happen. If it has to be done, it will. So if this is an important part of meditation, because we can't stop our mind. We can't stop. We can't stop thinking. As soon as we wake up in the morning, we're either back in the energy of a problem we had yesterday, something we have to do at work, at school, for the kids, for the parents, for the who, the what, the where, the when. Doesn't matter. That's what happens to us. It's getting yourself to stay with yourself and allow yourself and give yourself permission to do those things. I will have the opportunity to think of those things as soon as I'm done with this. And I started getting up a little earlier and a little earlier and a little earlier. And actually, it became my sacred time. It was dark, it was quiet, or the sun, in the summer months, the sun's coming up. Um, it allowed me that time to take that energy that's still from the dream time, that dream state, when you're still connected to your multidimensional selves, and just um, ex- uh, taking that time and really using it to its best effective energy. And so I just sit in the quiet, and you can, if you need to, you can listen to a clock ticking. You can picture a symbol. You can listen to yourself breathe. If you really need to, you can listen to, there's lots and lots of meditation videos that you can listen to. I've got a few actually in my own, my playlists. Um, most of them, though, I find mostly music unless it's very specific, distracting for me to meditate. Um, but it depends on what kind now. Then there are some times when I feel I want that or need that. So it just depends. It's not the same every day, and especially not the same at the same times a day, because sometimes you might need a different type of meditation for another catalyst for or focus, if you will, at a different time of day, depending on where your energy is. And so I find my energy is very different in the morning. In a lot of ways. And I actually prefer to do my videos earlier in the day because my energy is different. It's more in tune. The day hasn't creeped in to my energy. And even today, it's late in the day. But I really wanted to capitalize. That was a good word that I was looking for. I wanted to capitalize on this 1 11 11 11 energy today. And it was important to me to do that. So I didn't know where the information would lead today, but I knew that it was important to discuss something that the guides were really wanted to discuss today. And so again, capitalizing on this energy. So that's my absolute favorite way to meditate. And actually, if the weather's nice enough, that's the very first thing I do is go outside as soon as I wake up and sit outside and meditate. Um, if I can be outside, I prefer it. That is my absolute favorite. And I have the opportunity to do that. I even used to do that again before I went to work. If the sun was already up, I would be sitting outside just taking that time, even if it was 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And actually it would become such an important time to me that it was of joy to wake up early to have it for myself. If you're not able to do that, if you're able to do it at any time during the day, on lunch breaks, of course, any break, I find that I didn't meditate during the day, like at work. On lunchtime, I would take that time to actually do other types of Well, actually, I did do it in my car while eating lunch, taking a walk. I love meditating while I take a walk. I love So there's lots of different ways, depending on what circumstances there are any given day. Um, you know, so it's really about stopping the mind, but allowing yourself to stop actually thinking and allow yourself to listen. And so some people like to use again the ticking of a clock, and then you can breathe with the clock. Some people like to count their breath. That's actually truly the one of the most effective ways to do it, because then you're engaging your mind with and your thoughts with the breath, and the longer you can pull it out. My favorite one actually is 11 11 and 11, and I've gotten to the point where I like to breathe in on 11 counts, hold it for 11 counts, and breathe out for 11 counts. Now, being that you're filling your body with oxygen when you're doing that, it it's a great thing to do like on your lunch hour, and especially when you're having that after and late afternoon lull where people will reach for sugar and coffee. And um, if you can first do the breathing and then see how you feel, and then reach for that if you need to, or just do the breathing with perhaps a cup of tea that is decaffeinated, but you'll find that or have something that's more like fruit, something along those lines. And you'll find that you'll even get dizzy just from that, you know, rush of oxygen. So it may not be something, it's not something, of course, that you'd want to do these deep breathing exercises perhaps while you're driving, or, just in case, or while you're standing at the stove, for example. But I've meditated at the stove. I've actually transported, just standing in the kitchen, doing something at the counter and cooking, and all of a sudden I came back and I was like, I realized I think I had been gone. I don't know. It felt like it could have been like days or weeks. I mean, it could have, because of what felt like transpired in just that few moments. So it's not uncommon. Oh, I just saw 24:24. So how about that? See, I didn't even expect it to go this long. So it's very interesting how all of this is tied together, and all of it, even the water, because the more hydrated we stay, the more connected we are. We're electric. We are electric. Our bodies are electric, just like we've talked about. Electricity can stop and start your heart. Um, we can feel the electrons in the air when there's a storm. We react to electricity. We can be killed by electricity. We can we can feel it if we get too close to it. I mean, electricity doesn't even have to touch you to get you. Anybody who knows about a power line, you can't get close to it. It will literally jump out and get you. So it's the power is our power is so extraordinary we haven't even begun to understand it. And electricity moves through water very obviously very efficiently, so therefore the more hydrated we are, the easier it is to meditate, and the easier it is to connect with these other realms, just like an engine or just like anything else. Even transformers. My husband's an electrician by trade, and worked on these big giant transformers, the size of your house, and they're running transformer oil because it has to cool it. Otherwise, it overheats. So if you let your body dry up, and if you're dehydrated, you can't connect as well. And so this is a very important. We don't just say drink a lot of water for no reason. It's because you're a better conductor of energy, your energy. So, and even me, I get excited. I talk. I shallow breathe. I can feel it. I can feel myself not sitting up straight. Even our posture during the day is extremely important, especially if you're working. We all have deviceitis, right? We're always looking down, looking down. You can feel it in the neck, you know, um, in our hands, my hands. I'm just like everybody else, most of the work that I do for this and all of you is on devices, constantly on our phone and looking down and communicating with each other, and then we forget to pay attention to our bodies. We forget what's important. We forget that we can't breathe if we're slouched over like this and our diaphragms are all scrunched up and we're shallow breathing all day long. No, and we get stressed, and when we're anxious, we shallow breathe. And so more and more of these hangouts and videos we're going to be doing about breathing, about connecting, about light languages, about music, um, activating ourselves, acting out of a relaxed state of joy, and yet then allowing that explosion of creative energy to propel us forward and create those events and activities and people you need to see and new jobs and new places, and taking better care of yourself just by breathing and drinking water and eating a little bit better. And every day is a catalyst for the next. Every moment. We seem to think that we can't change in an instant, but the moment you make a decision, the change is done. It's then they even said that something that to me about the belief systems too, about how did they say that? Unraveling the threads. Where did I write that? Here it is. Unraveling the timelines as we meet. Remembering putting the pieces back together in our awareness of who, what, when, and why we have shared these lives, these energetic co-creations together. A kaleidoscope of lives, stories, and parallel timelines. So we're literally unraveling our belief knots, unraveling the knots of thoughts that tie us to beliefs that cause us to act and create a reality we do not prefer. So we're by unraveling these timelines together of these lives that we've shared together, of meeting, of having these events, these hangouts together, of sharing our gifts and abilities, realizing we are here to become amazing and abundant because of our gifts and abilities, whatever they may be. and then unraveling all the knots of the beliefs that and the thoughts that tie us to creating a life we don't prefer. And it's interesting how all of this came to meld in my meditation this morning. So it's not about how you do it or when you do it. It's about when's the best for you, how is the best for you. When we say meditating, it's really just a matter of saying, giving yourself permission to think about other things and giving them their place, but giving this place first, because most of the time what happens is when you're allowing this new information to come in, you find better ways to do things. The things that you've been struggling with, you get your answers to. You realize that there was a simpler, easier, faster way to do it, a different perspective, that it didn't need to get done at all, that you can tackle it from a different, if you tackle it from a different aspect, it allows us to see our own other fractals perspectives, but it also allows us to slow down a little bit and allow the other information from not only our guides but our inner wisdom, hearing and then seeing, running into people, you know, getting that inspiration to send somebody a message or a comment that you never would have thought you've done before, and then watch the amazing ripple effects, just like's happened to me over the last couple of, days, weeks, months, years. Here we have it. So, yeah, Ilya Satopila Hanakilan Kishinor Shabalihana Kolakoko. Samikia Sata Samilia Hanako Yala Kusamala Mashala Kliako Memorala Ila Kiasana. Sipikia Sata Sibala Hanakolakabo Son Elakoko Yashana Orako Sabala Show. Sakira Sina, Topalakorkiera Sanate Kilaki. Mahimelia Golian Shana Sai. Topalakonika Lakochabalakolaka Sinate Kile. And I'm really excited to all of you who've entered this synchronicity drawing for a free session, hang out with me, and to explore any of these ideas that excite you, the oracle card readings, the activations, the symbols, questions, just how to help you unravel your own knots, whatever way that we can help activate your light languages. Yeah, just doing breathing practices. I mean, we're so multidimensional that we need different things on different days. We need different foods on different days. We need different types of inspirations. We need different types of activations. And one day it may be one thing, maybe one day another. I laughed about all the times today and all the awesome times I saw on the clock today. Every time I wanted to go make a video, and then I remember seeing 333 on the clock, and I was like, oh great, and then I would get distracted with something else, an important, what I felt needed to be addressed at that time, a message that would come through. It was like I was allowing my guides to show me what was really important today. Who did I need to connect with? Where is the best place for me to send and share and explore my own highest excitement, and the co-creations that are already happening are extraordinary. So, colors are extremely helpful in meditation. Ask your body. Talking to your body is about one of the most important things that we can do. Self-love, self-knowing. When we know ourselves, knowing yourself is asking your body every day, what chakra do I need to think about today? What do I not think about, but what color do I need to activate today? What do I need to unleash today or be aware of today? Simply by way of, what do I want to wear today? I've talked about this many times. I love that you guys are talking about colors. because your body talks to you and tells you about what color you need to work on today, or what area of your body that the knots are tied in, and what needs attention. It'll tell you. So this is what meditations do. The best, most effective is nature, and we've heard it a million times, and we'll hear it again. So it's being near water if you can be near water, even looking at water, even looking at pictures of water, images. I mean, we've got Google Earth. You can look at anything at all. Anywhere on Earth you can explore. That is a meditation. I mean, think about how you go on the internet but see and get lost. But the idea is that is to invite joy, invite relaxed action ideas. And watch the magic happen in the people that walk into your path. We already know about this. We know about law of attraction. I mean, and that's just, that's kind of old news at this point, because we know it's bigger than that. It's more than that. We're all connected to everything all at once. And we're learning how the breath can connect you to the multiverses, and how a message from your guides can come through an oracle card. How you can weep at a galactic light language and not have any idea why, or look at a symbol like Alex and say, how can one little tiny symbol change my life forever? So how can it call me home? How is this possible? How do I know that I'm connected to these animal archetypes, these star origins, these archetypes, it's about loving yourself and trusting yourself and listening to your body. And it's first about untying that knot that keeps us tied to the belief that we can't let go of this old persona, this old idea that we can't let ourselves be who we really are. And I liked how, even Bree put it today about, like the universe helps us weed out our own garden, right? And so, and for anybody who likes gardening, there's those days when you're like, oh God, I've got to go weed the garden. And then there's days when that is let me tell you, that is still one of my meditations. Get a plant, get a fish, get an animal, adopt a plant outside, become responsible for something that requires unconditional love. And you will tap into, you know, you are going to tap into that unconditional love for you. And that's what this message is really all about. Misindiki sanikila satosapala haragore koshinapala savagoya into Rakishinateke. Sipi sanidi inkia satosapala anukura kaposhinokore koshinapala haragoya by Alkoya Paraso. Mitila inkia satase. Samialo yanda ira kikia to sapalo hramokoya. Ainia yanakora. Say in Yaro, and know that even they're telling me to talk about the tones that we get in our ears, and a lot of people talk about this and ask about this, that yes, these are your higher frequential, they're turning the dial up. You're turning your dial up on your frequency, and now you're able to hear new sounds, hear new dog whistles, you're able to hear new family members talking to you. You're able to tap into the ships, you're able to tap into the planets, you're able to tap into the frequencies, of each planet. Everything in creation has and vibrates and emits a language, a sound, a vibration, a resonance, a tone, a GPS coordinate, if you will. Absolutely everything in creation. And nothing's the same. Every single thing is completely unique. Everything. And isn't that a good thing? Isn't that a good thing? So, This has gone Obviously, much longer than I thought. Well, but I also have to go with my guides. Misata samiki alo unko isa poshono la kua baso pohamo kua la ke. Samiki ata saniki lanko yasa anito wala ungura maitia. Samita see and the synchronicities and serendipities in my life are just exploding one after the other. As I meet all of you, interact with all of you. Misata shamari kilante soba arango tabaria sata sala etosa maliki ki. How many times have we heard that, strangers are just friends we haven't met yet, family we haven't met yet? Samota, just being not alone anymore is healing. Just finding your family is healing. Just knowing you're supported and guided and knowing that you are completely capable of seeing your own divinity and creating a life based upon that relaxed action, that knowing, and untying the beliefs of the fears that you have that are attached to whatever your idea of personal success is. These are a lot of 11s today, a lot of gateways to walk through. A lot of gateways. Masota shimilahano kolenkoki anta kalea soto samaloko mawa leishina niaro ala kote bena na kolego sonosho sapira inki satatarikila no somokora. Somi satasa ilikishana olokoa. Well, I think since we've gone this long, I was going to actually pull some cards and so the first one I picked up was the Gateway deck by Denise Lynn. Sumikushami elokoya I kuano no malako sanatula patosa. Jibo koshinata wa isanata dokonokokiasa. I was gonna make a separate video, but Miyasoma, I think I'm going to just do it now. So thank you all for bearing with me in this extremely long video. I love you all so much. So with this, all of these expressions of 11 today and gateways and oneness and seeing our self, our oneness, yet our unity within that oneness, and our oneness within our uniqueness and oneness within this unity. And today's date actually equals 7 too, so we've got the 7-11 energy again. This idea of luck and abundance and spirituality, the spiritual world, the mystery schools, creating magic out of thin air. That's what creation is. That's what your thoughts and imaginations and ideas are. They're literally we create. We're literally creating things out of thin air. Even though we don't believe that, whether we go buy it or find it or it comes upon us or it's gifted upon us, making a difference. Making a difference. There you go, guys. Every single one of you, one of us, is making a difference. Even if all you're doing is breathing, you're making a difference. Your intentions make a difference. Your thoughts matter. Your beliefs materialize into the world around you. I love this. A starfish. Lips. You are making a difference to everything. Your lips, your kiss sends ripples to the universe. There's waves, there's clouds, there's my inner light shines far and wide. You guys, your inner light shines far, far, far and wide. You are a starfish. You are a star, and you're a fish sending ripples through the waters of eternity. Likina ila kora balinkia pala. Sopo samodori in kishana na liaro kora kosoporosone. Likinti kiana na balako sonobara. Yashana kila. Sopina sonobariako sonobariako ambokoshanareke. And I love this deck so much. This is the the conscious spirit oracle deck written and illustrated by Kim Dreyer. I just absolutely love this deck. The back, the sacred geometry again. I know it's getting dark in here. It just says everything to me. Oh my gosh. You know, this is really funny. So I opened it up to this page in my book. They're like, open your book. Gate codes. Seturiki samiki nananakalakota de sabalahalakora samaloso. Separasa in the Tiklikata de Shamalakunka Parasana Parasana Palakariki. So in this energy of 11, the Yaporasana and gateways, Mirakosa, Omakala, and connecting with our conscious spirit, emotionally, our spirit world, the lucky sevens, our luck and our abundance, seeing that we make a difference we make a difference no matter what we do. The one is the all and the the one is the all and the all are the one, and whatever you do affects everything, because there is no other outside of everything. What information do we need together now in this idea, this moment? This now together to connect better, all of us, with our conscious spirit, and what message from the all, the one conscious spirit do we have for each other today to share in this idea of oneness, of knowing and self-loving, of accepting ourselves, of allowing the languages of lights, whatever that means to you, into your heart and soul. Somosapo, the sunlight, the moonlight, your astrological signs. What is your moon sign? What is your rising sign? What is your sun sign? Where are the planets? What is your birth path number? What number resonates with you? What feels lucky to you? Write those numbers down when they come into your mind. Write them down and trust. Write the words down, just a word. One word can open an entire gateway for you. Automatic writing is channeling. I have done so much channeling sitting with my eyes closed with a book in my lap early in the morning, just writing what words, images, messages come to me. And I have books and books filled with these just words, scribbles, and it has been an awakening process. I have found that I've written down names upon names upon names, and these people I have come to meet. Because of course where energy flows, where focus goes. I have learned the names of my children, of star beings, of connections, of my own fractals. All in these private times. If you can do it before bed, that's a good time too. When you're beginning to connect with the spirit world. Setting your intentions for the night dreams, the connections, setting your intentions to remember, writing down intentions before bed of what you want to do. Salt baths are amazing places to make spiritual connections, to meditate. A beautiful essential oil bath, Himalayan salts, to perhaps the candle. All of that works very, very well. I have Himalayan salt lamps around my home. I have one. Actually, I have one in every room up here right now. Oh, okay, Piazza. This is the card that came out. Wow. 28 release. And 28 is my birthday. Oh my goodness. Ia kosa 28 equals 10. Masoto sobayara. Ia inkia sata shawara. Well, there you go. Tierra Bear 10. Here you go. Asa shashikiara. Zikila, I guess this one's for you. You all are 10s. We're all 10s. So Mikia, and it equals 1. I don't believe this. Look at this beautiful, beautiful card. And so we've got both of them. You make a difference. My inner light shines far and wide. And look at this gorgeous image. Oh my gosh. And this, she's holding this beautiful energy in this white dress and this white light and the beautiful white angel wings. I release that which does not serve my higher purpose with gratitude and love. What an incredible card for today. And it's just been so perfect. And talking about untying the knots and unraveling the knots. I'm so glad I did this reading all in one video, and I apologize, or I don't, for the length, and I thank you if you have to watch it in pieces. Make a difference by knowing that you make a difference just by being you. I lived my life in deep fear of being me. And every day I strive to be more authentic, to be more me, to be more of me with the people around me, and still honor their own belief systems and know that I don't have to push me and my beliefs onto anybody before they're ready, but yet still being authentic and being me within those relationships as best that I can. And knowing that every day it takes me a step closer to becoming more and more of who I am in my own family, and telling my own family members these parts of me that I haven't shared with them yet. So thank you all for helping me be my shining self, and making a difference in your life, and you making such a difference in mine, and all of us just shining our being, releasing all of the self-judgment and really shining as we never have before. 11, 11, 11. And funny how it equals 33. 11 in, 11 hold, 11 out. 33, the 33rd parallel. Perhaps there's a connection to all of that. Of course there is, or I wouldn't have heard it. Trust. This is about trusting the information. That information was for all of you. So por Somalia in Kiasata Sabala and a collection about a goya. Mesita sin Kiasatashani ala Kisata Sepikiano Quapalocosa. So mi shati Kiana Sapalando Sopolongo Samaro con Goa Sonoria Shanaro. Moher Sonoto con Boshanora Socora. Mehera Sienda Salienda Sonobacoan Casara. Himiniacola Corianda Siala Guapacoa. Mahorakani, la Satarikianda Samora, Satikilanta Tarikila Guapacoa, Milania Waku, Hinanahi, Mahalana Se, Hinaya, Melehini Alaha, More. Simaliatu Misiritoria Samalia no Hakilaki. Sopore Samanoang Pokoa de Clienta. Polaku Quasatase. Samila Iwa Colandia. Locato Sonokorangaye. Latera Sonokoa Paleta. Shonoa La Kishnada. Miki Satasanalia Ta Iwa Cosamo Sapaleano. Pasoto Shmi Aruquebelesana Kilo Guama. Water. Water represents birth and rebirth. Yarukia Satase, Sabi Sanakela, Soposono, Oa. Ah, and the tones in both ears now. Biakore Samakelandia. Attuning and connecting you now, all of you. Biasonanikilandase. Empowering and activating your ability to unravel the knots that bind you to the thoughts that create, the beliefs that create the realities that you do not prefer, and allow you to allow them to fly freely. Release. And allow them to float freely. Mariana ke. Samila koanko yara kalianda ke. Samilia ala kiara. Samono kora bara halo kora kalakogi. Sanitila niera. Imagine colors in your meditations. Feel them surround you, envelop you. Feel as if you're bathing in color. When you sit in the bath, what color are you bathing in? Change them. Sami sanianum guabara colangariara leandara si. Lende sera sanigiana tali. Leau combasana kilanga. La hera calanda sonoro gungua sanataro sono. Plehera sonoko umbashana. Plehera sonono banshe. Mihiana neala ande kikiata sanase. Samurigoniana Ungorbara Sanuraniana Raglanga Kiara Gangashana. Samisa Yanuaqualaka Sanotorokra. And now you may use these threads to create a new tapestry. No koya, Pleiadian. No yake. A new quilt, a new work of art. Yawara Corniato. Semitoris not ingia soto. The intricate tapestry of the new life that you create with the new energized threads. And they now contain the magic of all that you are. Because you are now aware of the magic of all that you are. I love you. Lamina ila kasanote. Miato shamealaki. The light within you illuminates the light within me, and the light within me illuminates the light within you. Mahala.